Dear LEGO, I love your product. I built my entire channel around it, but there are definitely some things that you guys could be doing better that I really hope you start doing in 2023. For starters, what's the deal with so many expensive sets? I understand that to do a lot of these big things justice, you need to make them expensive, but there are some things that I just deem don't really need to be as expensive as they are, or could be done in better ways than making a £300 to £400 set. Also, thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this one. Take the Diorama series for example. The Diorama series is a fantastic way of creating smaller and cheaper sets for an 18+ audience, still giving us an abundant amount of minifigures and a decent looking set. Why have you only done this with Star Wars? Marvel, Harry Potter, maybe even Minecraft would all benefit from this type of style of sets being made around the theme. Not only would these be much cheaper, but they'd also look amazing, give us more range of minifigures, and I've already demonstrated on this channel a load of times that you can do much more with this Diorama series than just Star Wars stuff. Secondly, why are more expensive sets not getting more printed items? Did you know that 4+ sets are the only sets, apart from maybe Minecraft ones, that don't include a single sticker sheet and only feature printed items? Now I understand that a lot of people under the age of 4 don't particularly want to be sticking on stickers onto their LEGO sets, but then neither do the people who spend £300 to £400, maybe even £500, and it only makes sense to me to start including more printed elements on larger UCS type sets, as well as the 4+ range, and then keep stickers to your mid on play range sets. And that leads me on to printing, specifically minifig printing. I have no idea why some themes are neglected more than others. A collectible series minifigure will have arm printing, leg printing, potentially even side leg printing, and that will be consistent around 12 minifigures a series, all having unique and individual printing, but then when it comes to a $250 Marvel set, half the figures don't even include leg printing, let alone side or arm printing. And when I'm collecting sets, I feel like the characters and the minifigures that are included should represent who they are on screen, and then the budget savers should be saved for things like City. So when I'm buying a £200 to £300 Marvel set, I expect these minifigures to be off the charts or CMF grade level. I would like to see LEGO step up their game on minifigures in sets, because sometimes in a set I feel like I'm getting a minifigure from a CMF series, and then in some sets I feel like I'm getting a minifigure from 2002. So I really think in 2023 LEGO should step up their minifigure printing game. They should either invest in more pad printers for making printing on more elements and more minifigures across the multitude of themes that they have, and then that would hopefully step them towards making minifigures even more detailed, maybe by starting to include printing on the back of minifigures' legs. Or one thing I really enjoy that custom companies are starting to do now is giving gloved minifigures by printing another colour on the edge of minifigures' hands. I imagine LEGO could do this quite easily with their dual moulding methods. But one thing that's never let me down and will probably remain consistent for 2023 is this video's sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform that allows you to create the most professional grade and clean looking website. I've been using Squarespace now for over a year, running my website TommyCBricks.com, and with features like galleries, video blocks and a secure checkout process, making a website has never really been easier. Their commerce tools makes it super easy to see where people are coming from, and Squarespace's multiple contributors tool allows me to delegate certain areas and give people permission to access those areas to help my website run as consistently as possible. So maybe you're considering making a website where you sell instructions, or maybe you're just planning on starting a blog. Squarespace is definitely the right platform for you, and if you head to my link in the description, you can get a 30-day free trial. Plus, if you use the code TommyCBricks, you get 10% off your first website or domain name. Thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Back to what LEGO should be getting right. CMFs. Collectible minifig series have been great. I talked about them a little bit earlier, but they're definitely the area that has the most quality when it comes to LEGO. Each minifigure is completely unique, and most of the time has arm printing, leg printing, all for under about £3. I feel that CMFs should be died down when it comes to for themes. I think Holly made a very good point in one of her recent videos that the Harry Potter CMF series shouldn't get a series 3, because most of the figures that they're going to include should just be included in sets, and then that saves an entire CMF slot for a completely brand new and unique theme. And I agree with that. I think that that should be the way to go. That, or if you're going to do a CMF based on a theme, then it should be minifigures that you would never ever get in a set. The Marvel CMF series is a good example of this. I feel like because they haven't done any set on the Disney Plus shows, the Marvel CMF works really well and is probably one of the reasons that that is one of the most popular CMF series. But at the same time, I've wished for Marvel to produce sets with LEGO based on these Disney Plus shows. So I feel if they are going to do a Marvel CMF 2, maybe don't do the CMF and just release sets, but give us those figures with those sets. That frees up an entire CMF slot that could give us way more unique themes, like Doctor Who or Adventure Time, sets we haven't seen since like Dimensions. I'd love to get more figures from that kind of genre that me and you both know are never really going to get sets apart from maybe the one-off ideas set. Start doing skin tone minifig series. I understand that a lot of people who build like cities and stuff like that are really gonna want to use the yellow minifigures because yellow minifigures are iconic for LEGO. But there are some people out there that really enjoy having skin tone minifigures because they are a bit more diverse than just the yellow color. Sets like the little football table that's just come out have done this really well, including 40 plus minifigures all with different skin tones. And I think that's amazing, especially because most of them have completely unique face prints. That way we have the choice whether to make a LEGO city with yellow minifigures or skin tone minifigures. Now I'm not saying get rid of the yellow figures, I'm just saying maybe do one minifig series where they're skin tone, one minifig series where they're yellow. LEGO can do both, there's not really an excuse for why they can't do it, it would literally just be changing the skin tone from yellow to whatever they want. Shy Time is My Time made a fantastic video on why he's changing his minifigures to be skin tone rather than yellow, and I will link it below. It's a fantastic video and can do a lot more explaining than I can do in a few minutes. And lastly is listening to their fans. A lot of themes have their own problems and I can't really go through all of the themes' problems in one video. Like for Marvel, for instance, it's just leg printing and overall quality, but I'm sure Star Wars, I'm sure Friends, I'm sure Minecraft all have their own problems, and I think it would be good for LEGO to really understand what those problems are and make steps to developing what could fix those problems in future years. Instead of doing what they're doing now and just ignoring everyone and throwing everything at us and hoping that one thing will land. A good example of this are the brand new Marvel Icon sets that have just come out. The Hulkbuster and the Black Panther both were terrible for the community. They were deemed as too expensive and undesirable. And maybe if LEGO had connected more with their fans, they would understand that that's not what the fans were looking for when it comes to these expensive sets. And I know they have to really think about the wider perspective than just what's going on here on YouTube, but there are several ways to do that, and I don't understand why they haven't implemented anything in the last 2 years or even really ever. But that's just a little bit of my hot take. If there's anything that you guys think that LEGO could be doing way better, and you think there's something I've missed, and it's something you want to see them really improve on in 2023, leave it in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you in a bit.